Bitcoin had a great rally over this level here. Again, big break to the upside. Now, basically, it's stuck in a pseudo no man's land, meaning, is it going to pull back to this level here, right? Or is it going to continue to rally up there? And it's essentially equidistant. So that's the question that we have.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now, guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Gareth Soloway shares powerful insights into stocks, Bitcoin, gold, and more. Let's watch him decode the charts with expert-level technical analysis.
NVIDIA has been kind of struggling. I mean, it has bounced off the lows, but compared to a lot of other tech stocks, it has lagged behind. It is getting a boost today. Short-term resistance is going to be this little pivot high right here, which we're just about to. It's around 122.75. I'm not sure if I'll short this, considering as beaten down as it is as a day trade in the live day trading room, but I will keep it on my radar. Tesla today, we had this upsloping trend line. Looks like right now we're going to be gapping above that line. The question is, can we get through the next point of interest? There's a big level right in here, right around 330 to 331 right in here. So you guys see this pivot low here and then this flat bottom right there. That should be resistance. So that's going to be a level today where I am watching. Right now we're at 321.42 on Tesla. If it gets up to about 330, that would be a level to potentially do a day trade short on. Now, what about a swing trade? Is there any sort of swing trade that I see? As of now, no, but I would say this area, this 380 level, would start to get my attention right in here. The chart would be very extended. And then I also want to go to my fibs and just see if there's any level that coordinates with. And lo and behold, look at what we have. The 618 right here, okay? So the 618 right there basically coordinates with that 380, 385 area right there. So that to me would be a dual factor swing trade short, but that still leaves a lot of room for Tesla to run to the upside. And just to be clear, guys, I am neither a bull nor a bear on Tesla. I'm neither a bull nor a bear on Apple or NVIDIA. I'm a trader. And so basically what that means is that I don't care if something falls sharply. If it falls sharply and comes into multi-factor support, I become a bull for a bounce. And then I go back to neutral. Once I get my bounce, back to neutral. And if a stock goes up precipitously, like super high, like let's say Tesla goes to 380, 385 in the next week or two, then I become a short-term bear and I short it. And then when it falls, I go back to neutral. And so I want always to reiterate that, because I think some people are, oh, but I love Tesla. How can Gareth be bearish on this at that level? It has nothing to do with it has nothing to do with my long-term views on any one stock. Stocks for me are interchangeable. It's the hot stock that I'm trading today. Tomorrow, I couldn't care less about it. And that mentality is very freeing for us as investors, because too many people fall in love with things, right? I mean, think about crypto and falling in love with a specific altcoin. And these altcoins are generally down, I don't know, 90% from their all-time highs or 80% from their all-time highs. Use them as vehicles. And I always stress this, guys. There's no company, no coin, no anything, no even government is really going to be in love with you enough to care about you specifically. I know that sounds rough, but it's the nature of the beast. And so you shouldn't care about it. Like, you're not going to see Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or anyone being like, well, Johnny over there, he really loves me, so I'm going to make sure my stock goes up more just for him because he needs to get out of his trade. No, they don't care. They're doing what's good for the stock, and the market generally and stocks move on other things. So you need to do the same. Don't care about any one stock. If you like it, have factors and reasons, essentially a thesis to say, okay, I like a stock because of X, Y, and Z. Therefore, it should be valued up here. Okay, that's fine. But if it gets there and the valuation is complete, don't get caught up in the hype that says, oh, but I saw on Twitter or X that someone says it's going to 1 million. Well, I'm going to hold on for that. No, that's hype now. And that's a different story. All right. Sorry for the little lecture there, guys. But for me, I honestly have to remind myself of this stuff all the time, so I think it is very helpful.
Bitcoin just powered past the $105,700 mark for the first time in 4 months, and analysts are now eyeing a potential surge toward $150,000. The spark behind this bullish momentum: a surprising breakthrough in U.S.-China trade relations. Over the weekend, top officials from both countries agreed to slash long-standing tariffs, dropping U.S. duties on Chinese goods from 145% to 30%, while China will reduce tariffs on U.S. imports from 125% to just 10%. This truce is lifting global market sentiment, and Bitcoin is riding the wave. The agreement triggered a market-wide rally, with the S&P 500 jumping nearly 3% and the U.S. dollar also gaining. Gold, on the other hand, dipped, signaling a shift away from safe haven assets and into riskier plays like Bitcoin. Crypto bulls view this renewed optimism as a green light for inflows and stronger momentum. Bitcoin's chart shows a textbook bull flag breakout, a classic bullish setup following weeks of price consolidation. Technical targets now place BTC near $150,000 if the trend holds. However, caution lingers. Bitwise's sentiment index is flashing signs of overheating, reminiscent of previous local tops. While short-term pullbacks to around $100,000 are possible, the long-term view remains bullish as global liquidity returns and investor confidence climbs.
Bitcoin. Bitcoin had a great rally over this level here. Again, big break to the upside. Now, basically, it's stuck in a pseudo no man's land, meaning, is it going to pull back to this level here, right? Or is it going to continue to rally up there? And it's essentially equidistant. So that's the question that we have right now. I did take a starter toe in the water position short on Friday, right in this area, right down here. So I'm kind of watching this very closely. But the scenarios would be a pullback, and then this becomes support, or a continued rally up into resistance at 113, 112 to 113. Essentially, if we get to 112, 113, I add to my short position. That should be a huge level of rejection. And listen, it's very clear. So there was a period over here on Bitcoin where I was saying to myself, man, markets are collapsing and Bitcoin's holding up. Maybe Bitcoin's a safe haven asset. Well, very clearly, Bitcoin has continued to perform with the stock market. So listen, I still think it's if you had to differentiate it, I would say it's 20% safe haven, 80% still risk asset. Now, over time, I think it goes to 30% safe haven, 70%, risk asset. Then it goes 60-40, then 50-50. Like over time, I think it shifts more and more to a safe haven asset. But based on the price action, it's very clearly still mostly a risk asset, as the markets have done so well. And Bitcoin has also had a monstrous rally.
Ethereum might be gearing up for a major rally, according to veteran trader Peter Brandt. He believes that if Ethereum breaks above a current congestion zone on the chart, a rising wedge pattern, it could shoot for the moon, targeting prices between $3,800 and $4,800. Although rising wedges often suggest bearish outcomes, Brandt points out that a breakout here could flip the narrative and spark a massive move upward. This would represent a serious reversal in sentiment from his earlier, more cautious outlook in 2024. The market has already shown signs of bullish energy. Ethereum opened the week at $1,807 and surged to around $2,540, marking a 38% gain in just 7 days, its best performance since late 2020. Most of the recent buying has flowed through Binance, and outflows from the exchange signal traders are holding, not selling. Futures data also supports this optimism. Open interest in Ethereum futures jumped 42%, reaching over $30 billion, just shy of its all-time high. Still, caution may be needed. Ethereum has hit a key resistance zone between $2,500 and $2,600, and the taker-buy-sell ratio has dipped below 1, suggesting short-term cooling. A small pullback is possible before another rally attempt. But if Ethereum does break out, the next leg up could be explosive. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.